Today, we are giving away some vintage action figures and accessories, plus some Star Wars news about action figures, both vintage and modern. And why have I been gone for so long? What the heck happened to me? So let's go. Welcome back to the journey. And this episode is gonna be a little bit different because if you watch my past episodes, I'm used to editing everything all the time. This episode, I might not do that as much because it's gonna be a little bit more chillax. So what the heck happened to me? Well, I was traveling quite a bit. I went to UK and some other places. And when I came back, I got COVID. So I've been out for at least a month, recovering and getting better. But now I am back in the saddle again and making episodes, but I'm glad to be back. So without further ado, let's get into some vintage Star Wars news first. And for those of you who haven't seen or heard about this yet, there was a recent auction being held by the Morphe Company, in where an individual who will remain nameless, I know his name, but I cannot say it just to protect his identity, so I'll respect that. Now, I was actually at the auction online in case I wanted to buy anything, and there were some graded items that I did want to buy, but not in the lot that I'm talking about, which is now called the Morphe Find. I'm gonna do an in-depth video just about that Morphe Find, and I may even have the owner, or at least the person who was selling those items, interviewed on this show. But he was a vintage vending machine collector in the Chicago area. But since 1978, he had amassed a vintage Star Wars collection of epic proportions. More than 400 mint-on-card action figures, and some still in the original shipping boxes, and we're gonna get into that. And all of these from the original Star Wars movie, The Empire Strikes Back, and The Return of the Jedi. And these pieces were in great condition and went to the Morphe auction house for both an in-person and an online auction. And the most expensive figure sold there was for $41,820. Yeah, that's right, for one mint on card, and it was for a double telescoping Luke Skywalker. And you have to also account for the 23% buyer's fee that the auction house marks up, in this case Morphe. And that was one of the reasons why I didn't buy on this auction, because I thought that the prices were a little bit too high with that markup. So the prices for this Morphe Find, I thought, were way overinflated. I'm just talking about the Morphe Find. Now, there were good buys out there, but I think sometimes for the Morphe Find, the prices were inflated 50 to sometimes 300% what the current market value is. And I'm just talking about like seller to seller purchases, or what you would find on eBay even. And not all of them were mint examples like a C9, C8, in that range, case fresh, like this Boba Fett 21A example that sold for $22,140. And I really think that it's the fact that these figures were from this historic find, and collectors really wanted to be a piece of that history and own part of that history, to be honest. And if the price was right for some of these, I definitely would have bid just to have one of these in my collection. And in fact, Collector Archive Services, CAS, was actually there in case buyers wanted to have some of these pieces graded, and that indeed did happen. And they're also going to include that fact in the grade notations on the grade label. So expect to see some of these pieces in other auction houses over the next year for sale. But the most interesting piece in my mind was the lot of 24 Star Wars Empire Strikes Back 32B Yoda figures still in the original shipping box. And that's something that I've never seen in these Star Wars vintage action figures, meaning I've never seen an entire case full of the original mint on card offered for sale or in anybody's collection that complete. And that sold for $22,140. And the story behind that was that Morphe's hired a consultant to examine the collection, and he did two major things, in my opinion, to help out this auction. Number one is that he suggested that these Yoda mint-on cards be kept together and not sold individually from that box. In my mind, that was a great decision to keep that piece intact And I think that's a great way to collect these and preserve this piece. And the other great suggestion from that consultant was that Morphe's at first was gonna encase all of these mint on cards in the plastic star cases instead of hard acrylics. And I'm really glad that Morphe's listened to the consultant and placed the entire collection in acrylics, because can you imagine having that $41,000 Luke Skywalker, that double telescoping Luke Skywalker, sent to you in a star case? Now, I can imagine it being sent in a $200, even a $500 one, but once you start getting up there, you want that protected, and I would love your input on this. If you had a $41,000 item, I'm going there myself, and I'm taking a plane, and I'm having that in my hands in the airplane the whole way through. But if you can't do that, if for some reason you cannot travel and you have to have it sent to you, what would you like that $41,000 piece sent in? Star case or a hard acrylic? I've had arguments for both. The star cases is nice because it has a lot of give. The acrylic honestly is hard. Things stomp on it, that thing is not bending. It might break, but let me know what you think in the comments. $41,000 piece, star case or hard acrylic? Let me know. But all of the Morphe find items were out of my price range and out of the current market range for that item, as a matter of fact. So for over 400 pieces, the auction total came out to just under $1 million. And that's including the buyer's premium included in the price. So the collector took home about $750,000 for his collection, which is an outstanding price. So good for him. And like I said, I will do an in-depth video about the collector, the story behind the find. So look for that episode, fairly soon. And for the next vintage Star Wars news item, I am doing a review on this book, what I feel is the essential book if you are a Star Wars vintage collector. It's from Red 5 Design, and it's the Star Wars Toy Guide Volume 1 Kenner Action Figures. And it looks like Volume 2 is coming out pretty soon. Volume 2 is gonna include all the vehicles, all playsets, all creatures, and also all carrying cases, such as the Darth Vader carrying case. So big news for Volume 2. And for those of you who missed out on Volume 1, that's great news. And I know I'm gonna be getting Volume 2 when that's announced, because all of the extra features that they're packing into that already. Like I said, it's the essential book if you're a vintage Star Wars action figure collector. So I'm gonna pick up two. One for me that I can use in my everyday collecting, and then another one that I can give away on this channel. And speaking of that, they also have a mini guide, and this is for the Kenner USA releases, but they're also updating this book to include Palitoy. So I'm definitely gonna pick that one up as well. And this is the Star Wars mini guide that goes over how to classify all of your mint on cards. So if you wanna watch that video, the link to that is up there in the corner. Head to Red 5's website so you can get on that mailing list and put your name down to get into Volume 2. So now onto something that I don't collect that often, but if you know this channel, you know that I do collect anything Ahsoka. It's time for some modern action figure news. And in case you haven't heard, the Star Wars Celebration exclusive figure is gonna be centered around the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. That's happening this year, and they're making a retro call out to the movie's first working title, that being Revenge of the Jedi. And the figure is gonna be that of Darth Vader with some nice red outlining, and it's gonna feature a cloth cape, multiple points of articulation, and a red lightsaber accessory. It's gonna retail for $33.99, which, do you feel that's high for an action figure of this stature? But let me know your thoughts on that. But I actually still might pick that up at Celebration to give away on this channel. And Hasbro listed out some other things, so let's go over that list very quickly. The Black Series Scout Trooper Premium Electronic Helmet, which features a front face mask that flips up. I really dig that. Retailing for $131.99, available summer of 2023. I thought that price was about right. And now a controversial figure in the retro line of prototype figures, the Mandalorian prototype. And I know why they wanted to include this in the line. It's such a popular show, popular figure, but I know this goes against the mantra of what these were supposed to be about. So let me know your thoughts on this, you prototype purists out there. Will you be including this in your collection line? This retails for $14.99 and it's a Target exclusive. And we get an awesome figure in my opinion, the Vintage Collection Darth Vader, and this comes with a 2-stage removable helmet, something that I think Kenner should have made this with the Return of the Jedi toys back in the 80s. First stage, you can remove the helmet to reveal the inner mask, and then you can remove that inner mask to reveal Anakin Skywalker, which I think is rad. And even more rad is that this will retail for $16.99, and I think I will pick that up for myself. Another figure that we needed in the Black Series, and I think this is a great mold, is the Ki-Adi-Mundi's 6-inch figure, available spring of 2024, and no price is set yet that I know of right now. We also get an interesting take on the Rebel Soldier, and this one comes with 2 interchangeable faceplates, a young one, and the other faceplate is what most fans are calling the older Captain Rex Easter egg. At least that's what I like to think. And this is available this summer for $33.99. And then Phase 2 Clone Commander Jesse 6-inch. And I love these clone troopers. And this one comes with alternate faceplates as well. I believe this is available only at Walmart this summer and retails for $27.99. And you can start your pre-orders this month in March. Another TVC, this time Clone Captain Hauser from the Bad Batch, and is available this summer for $16.99. And this one for army building, the generic Phase 2 Clone Trooper, available this summer for $16.99. And even for more army building, here is the 212th Legion Phase 2 Clone Trooper in a 4-pack, and this set includes the character Waxer. It's available this summer at Hasbro Pulse and Shop Disney, and will retail for $55.99. And part of the 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi comes this TVC Han Solo figure, retailing for $16.99 this summer. And another 40th anniversary TVC character in Weequay. This is a repack, available this summer and retailing for $16.99. And yet another 40th anniversary figure, and this is Admiral Piet, retailing for $16.99 this summer. And TVC is also giving us Starkiller from The Force Unleashed. Now this is a repack, but the card is different with a photo real update. And I know everybody wants to see this character in live action very, very soon, including me. And it's gonna be available this spring, retailing for $16.99. Hasbro also revealed 2 vehicles on the way, the speeder bike from The Mandalorian and the Mandalorian's N1 Starfighter. The code name of this project is indeed Bridgepoint, and the price is reported to be $331.99, which is great because I thought it was gonna be way more than that. So the price point, I think, is justifiable. And we will also be on the lookout for the new retro action figures of these Book of Boba Fett characters. So lots to look out for if you are a modern Star Wars collector. And let me know what you think about all these releases down there in the comments. And if you're enjoying the content so far, please hit the like button. That does support the channel. And also, please consider subscribing. And please visit thepadawancollector.com, where you can see blogs, bonus material, and you can visit the Collector Depot for accessories that you may need for your collection. And I know that you guys came here for the giveaway, so let's get to that right now. All right, so if you're new to my channel, this is how I do giveaways. I put everybody's name on a wheel. If you're a channel member, then depending on the level of your membership, you get up to 15 chances to win. Your name is on this wheel 15 times, which gives you a better chance. Yet again, another reason why you should become a channel member, because historically, 90% of my giveaways, my channel members win because they have so many extra chances to win. So to join, hit that join button down there. You get early access to all my videos, you get extra entries, plus you get member only live streams. So that's one of many reasons why you should join. So let's get to it. The first giveaway that we're doing is this Ben Kenobi action figure. It is better than the one I have in my personal collection. The saber tip is pristine. So if I were to grade this, I would think it would get an 85 plus, an 85. Definitely, it is that good. It's better than the one that I have in my case right now. So let's spin the wheel and see who wins the Ben Kenobi. Jordi Navenes Lopez, congratulations. So Jordy wins the Ben Kenobi. Now let's go back to the wheel and see the next item up is the TIE Fighter Blaster or the Cloud Car Pilot Blaster. They're interchangeable, so whichever one that you need, I hope you win it. So Ken Lombardi wins the TIE Fighter or the Cloud Car Pilot Blasted. So congratulations to Ken Lombardi. Now, next up is the blue Leia Blaster. This one is hard to find. It's not as expensive as the blue-black Leia Blaster, but I know a lot of people who need this Leia Blaster because it's so easy to lose. So let's see who wins the blue Leia Blaster. Winter Cobra Toys, congratulations, you win the very hard to find or the very easy to lose blue Leia Blaster. So next up is the blue-black Leia Blaster that would have gone with her 1977 Leia, the one in the white gown. That one is on the pricier side, so let's see who wins that blue-black Leia Blaster. And I know a lot of you need that one, just because it's so pricey. Sean McRae, congratulations, you're the winner of the blue-black Leia Blaster. So next up is the black Endor Blaster, and this one is specifically paired with the A-Wing pilot. You have to make sure you don't pair this with the Endor Leia, the AT-ST driver, or the Imperial Gunner. The Imperial Gunner does have a black Endor Blaster, but it is a different mold. So if you win this one, pair it specifically with the A-Wing pilot. So let's see who wins this guy. Liam, you are the winner of the A-Wing Blaster, and you have to make sure that you also do not pair this with the B-Wing pilot, which comes with a blue-gray version of this Endor Blaster. So next up is the Black Palace Blaster, and this could have gone with one of two figures. The first being Luke Skywalker in his battle poncho, and the second one being Lando Calrissian in his general pilot outfit. So let's see who wins the Black Palace Blaster. All right, Chris over at 1000 Ghost Toys. Glad that he won it. He's a great guy, and he has a fantastic YouTube channel if you want to check that out. So congratulations, Chris, over at 1000 Ghost Toys. All right, so that was only the first one. We have two to give away. So let's see who wins the second Black Palace Blaster. Yoda Man, 2006. Congratulations, Yoda. You are the winner of the final Black Palace Blaster. So congratulations to all our winners, and to get a hold of me to let me know that you won, send me a message on Facebook at the Padawan Academy, or you can DM me on Instagram at the Padawan Collector, and you have to be subscribed to this channel on YouTube and follow me on Instagram in order to win. So now for the final part of the episode, updates on what is up with this channel and what I'm doing. So I had to take a break because I was traveling so much. Like I said in the beginning, I went to some pretty awesome places. I went to London, Dallas, Texas, Las Vegas, and Los Angeles on some awesome toy hunts. So those are coming up pretty soon on this channel. But like I said, I also got stuck with COVID, and it was my first time having it. COVID sucks, and I got it when I came back from London. So I had to almost take an additional 2 weeks off after my travel. So I've been gone for pretty much a month away from this channel, and that did suck. But I had to make some extra content, and then I had to recover, and COVID is no joke. And I got stricken down for the first time really, really hard. You know, COVID sucks, which is why when that happens to me, when I'm traveling or when I get sick and I can't focus on this channel, I will take some steps back, because when I release videos, I like to be there for you. I like to message you guys. I like to be, you know, I like to be communicating with y'all, and like, you know, I don't just like releasing videos and that's it. And I felt like I couldn't put my attention when I do release videos, so I didn't want to do that. So I am back, and I want to just say thank you to everyone who messaged me on the Padawan Academy on Facebook, on Instagram, and right here on YouTube. Those messages meant a lot to me, so I am still recovering a little bit. You can tell my voice is a little raspy, but I am slowly getting back to 100%, but I didn't want to be away that long, so that's why I wanted to give away these things the first episode I was back. So here they are. So starting next week, I'm going back to my regularly scheduled programs, but I do have some special episodes. I do a lot of top 10 videos, and I do a lot of videos that have tips. So I wanted to put those into a compilation videos of the best of my top 10 videos. So that's gonna come out pretty soon. And then after that, we're going back to collecting play sets, and I am chomping at the bit to show you guys what I got on my travels and the new play sets that I go on. And for those of you that are new, I just don't show you what I collected. I go in depth and show you how to clean it, how to restore it, the history of that, and why those play sets are so exceptional inside vintage toy lines. There is so much history with those play sets, and as you can tell, I'm excited about collecting play sets because I do love Kenner Star Wars. And I am starting my grading run pretty soon, and I have 3 huge boxes of deliveries that I just got back from CAS, so that's gonna be fun to officially start that new series. So why am I starting that series now when I'm smack dab middle in a playset series? It's super hard to find new playsets every week, at least items that fit my standards and the price points. So instead of me buying items that I don't want to get, or even buying items that aren't in line to what I think is fair and an accurate price point, I would rather do my best hunting. So I can show you all a good and accurate way to get these rather than me doing things the wrong way, which is very entertaining. I know I've done episodes in the past where I've done the wrong thing and I show you what I've done wrong. When I do things wrong, it costs me a lot of money, and I'd rather put the money that I would have been losing into a new playset and not just wasting that money. I know it's entertaining, but yeah, I don't want to do it anymore. I'd rather show you the right way the first time, if I can. So on top of the grading run, I'm also going to be starting another series on the Star Wars Topps cards and do a complete history and video archive of those vintage cards. And I'm honestly excited about that. It'll be a shorter series when it's all said and done, but I'm hoping it will be the only set of videos that you'll ever need to watch to fully understand those card sets. And I will be going through every series ever produced by Topps from 1977 to 1985. It may not be the most popular series on this channel, but as a kid, I used to love those Topps cards and I would collect them. So I can't wait to show you that series. So that's what's going on. And thank you for joining me on my first episode back. I felt like a fish out of water, but I wanted this to be a more relaxed episode with me not editing too much or me not stressing out about it. I just wanted to get back in this seat and be here with you. So thank you for celebrating with me getting to 25,000 subscribers. Congratulations to all the winners. Remember, make sure to DM me on either Facebook or Instagram. The links for those are in the description of this video. And thank you for going over all the modern news and the vintage news with me. Let me know what you think about all of those in the comments. I read and respond to every comment that you guys put down, no matter how long it takes me. And of course, thank you for going over all the updates on this channel, and I hope to see all of you on future episodes. And please like this video, that supports the channel. And if you want to consider subscribing, please do, and also hit that notification bell so you know when episodes go live. I post videos every Sunday and bonus content like shorts throughout the week. And as always, my friends, thank you, and I will see you next time. It's really good to be back. I need some tea because my voice is gone. All right, that's it.
If you're new to the channel, check out the welcome video, or just check out the next episode. And please subscribe if you want to follow the journey. And remember, there is no shame in being a Padawan.